Welcome back to Crazy Dave's Crew. I'm Laura, and we are going to put together our January So What box project. I'm a little slow, I'm a little behind, but I'm okay. As long as I finally get it done. So January's project, and the theme for January was blue. We have 6 instructions, including a website that I can go to get the PDF instructions, you know, in case I want to make my own. The kit, everything comes in, is already pre-cut, so it's just a matter of get your sewing machine, get your thread, get your, you know, and get to work. All right, so let's see. I want to encourage you guys to try this box. You do get the first month is free, which is awesome. They are very committed to customer service. It is an individual small business, which I love. And they don't skimp. You know, everything is good. They come up with their own patterns, and like I said, it's prep time is 2 minutes, creation time is about 50. I will try to stop the camera and not have to make you watch all 50 minutes. I've tried some other boxes, and you know, it was meh. I really like this one. I have no trouble at all recommending this one. I have really been enjoying this for the last 6-7 months, and I'm looking forward to the next project, and again the next project. This takes me out of my comfort zone. You know, if you're ever going, oh, I want to sew but I don't know what to sew, or you're wanting to expand your knowledge, this is a great way to do it. So, enough promotion. And no, she is not paying me to say all this stuff. We do have a link down below. It is an affiliate link. It will kind of help me out a little bit, you know, with my fabric addiction, my template addiction, my pattern addiction. So, you know, if you're going to, please use my link. Just, you know, as a favor. All right, let's see. I'm going to put this back. I have a piece of plastic vinyl. So the first thing I'm going to do is read through the instructions. I know I'm not going to make y'all sit through all this. Fabric in this kit is cotton. Seam allowances are 1/2 inch, which is good to know. So I think we're just going to go ahead and get started and figure out what we're doing. I'm going to, let's leave that there, turn my iron on. Love my iron. That was such a great present from my husband. It's the Oliso Smart Iron. All right. Well, let's get this laid out. All right, so let's get everything laid out. And then I'll press all of this. And we are making a sewing kit carry case. And I see a lot of applications for that. All right, so there is our large rectangle. A smaller one. We have some fleece. So if I'm reading this correctly, I want to take my large rectangle and I'm going to want to sew it along the long edge. I am also going to want to, you know what? I did that the wrong way. Let's do it this way. Right side out. No, wrong side out. That's right. All right, so I'm going to stitch along here. Try to get that a little bit more even. And then I'm going to take the wrong side of this one. Let's press it a little bit more. And I'm going to take the interfacing and kind of center it. Right. And I'm going to press that down, and you've got a bumpy side here. That's the side that's going to adhere to the fabric, to the wrong side of the fabric. So I'm going to do these two things, and I'll be right back. So I've got the the rectangle piece, and I've got, you know, they always say measure twice, cut once. Yep, 1/2 inch, which is what she said to do. Just a little bit more. And I'm going to stay stitch. Okay. And I'm just using my regular standard foot, with the default stitch length. All right, what's next? So I am going to need to turn this around and see what we can do with that. I'm going to clip my strings. Isn't that the cutest thing? I got that at Dollar Tree. My little paper bag that I was using is just falling apart. Well, I'm going to see if I can find my forceps. Love these. And I'm just going to put that in and work it out. Yes, knowing that I had to turn this, I probably would have done a 1/4 inch seam. But that's just me. So many different ways you can use a safety pin and, you know, a piece of elastic or a piece of string. I like my forceps. And you can take the end of a pencil and kind of finish pushing it through. There are all kinds of gadgets that you can get. And I do like anything that saves me time and effort, because sometimes you don't have as many spoons as you would like. Have you ever heard that? You start the day off with, you know, X many spoons, and every time you expend energy or do something, you lose spoons. And if you're like me and you have some kind of a chronic issue, guess what? You're starting out with less spoons than everybody else. And I am fortunate that my husband does not mind. In fact, he encourages me to get anything that's going to make my life easier and leave me with more energy. But I think I like my forceps. There should be a link below for our Amazon shop, and these should be in there, probably under the As Seen on Thursday threads. So I'm going to press this. Alright, so I've got those two things done. Now it says, now I want my plastic. We're going to put the fleece over here. And it says I need the 2 short pieces. I should have put this under a book and let it flatten out. I have some clips. I just got these. You can get them at Dollar General, Dollar Tree. These make great chip holder, chip clips, package clips, things. And what's neat is I even use them on some things for the freezer, and it doesn't bother them. So I want to right side down onto this vinyl, and it's just going to match up perfectly. And I am not going to use pins. I'm just going to use my clips. And do that on both sides. Now this time, I am going to change my stitch length to the longest stitch that it has. The fewer holes that you put in vinyl, the better. I have learned that. Haven't learned it the hard way yet. But I won't try not to. So we're just going to clip that. So right sides down on the short ends. Long stitch, I'm going to sew those down. Okay, again, I'm going to use my 1/2 inch. I'm at the longest stitch length that my machine will do, and I am not going to stay stitch it this time. And for me, I know that something's going to be going along this end, so it's going to get it. So I'm good. And sometimes seeing the fabric with the vinyl, I find it a little difficult, but we're going to give this a go. Remember, it's not a race. I'm going to take my clippy off. And now for this side. And I love the fact that I'm learning and trying something new. Well, what do you know? That needle came unthreaded. Okay, yay, my needle came unthreaded, so now I am going to have a couple extra holes. But it happens, and we're just going to keep going. And I'm trying to make sure that's all nice and even. And going slowly. Because again, it is not a race. This is now the second time I have sewn with the vinyl. The plastic, the vinyl. And we are not going to use our iron this time, but we are going to just finger press that. Okay. All right. Remaining rectangle piece. To one of the long edges. So we're going to go right here. Of the plastic. So I'm noticing one small little problem. My rectangle piece is not as, doesn't go all the way to the end, so I'm wondering if I should shorten my seam allowance just a smidge, because it's almost there. So we're going to try that. I would rather have too much and have to cut it off than to have it not be enough. So we're going to try that. keeping my stitch at the long length, I'm going to sew this down. Okay, once again, I am not going to iron this because I don't want to melt my plastic. So the next thing I want to do, I want to take my zipper and switch to the opposite edge. And I'm going to have it be face down because when it's turned, that's going to be up. So I want to go face down. Again, I think I'm going to clip it. I'm going to shorten my stitch length. No, I'm not. I'm going to leave my stitch length because I'm still on the plastic. Let's do that. You don't have to use a zipper foot or a piping foot or something, but I am going to. Just something where I don't have a lot of side. You can use your regular foot, just going very slowly. I'm going to give my zipper foot a try. I don't use it very much. So I'm taking that one off. Put that up a little bit. And put that on that side. Actually, no. I want it on this side. I've still got my long length of my stitch, long stitch length, and I am just going to just come in right along. See, and I can see that my zipper is right here. The edge is right there. So we should be good to go. I'm going to put the piece that had the interfacing on it, and I'm going to attach it to the zipper. So I've still got my zipper foot. I will be able to shorten my stitch because it's just going on the zipper fabric and the cotton. And I can use pins if that's what I so desire, and I think I do. So I'm going to pin this down and I'm going to sew it. Let's see, right there. Matching that up. Alright, so let's get that pinned. I'm going to sew that down to the zipper. And then we'll go to our next step. Alright, it is starting to take some shape. So far, so good. Now I want to, and I will take off my zipper foot. I want to sew this to here, if I am not mistaken. And we'll just use a regular stitch length with my regular foot, giving it a 1/2 inch seam allowance like she says to. I do have a confession to make. I did have to watch her video, and she makes it look so easy. And I think that comes down to practice. So I'm going to put this on here, and then we'll go to the next step, which I believe is going to be the felt for making a little pocket for some tools. So let me do this, right side to right side, and I'll be back. So I've got 2 pieces of fleece, and I'm just following the directions here. Place the large fleece piece with the long edge matching the edge of the fabric about 1/2 inch away from the zipper. Okay. So let's just, here, to there, and yeah, that's about 1/2 inch. I'm going to double check my picture here. Yep. Right along the edge. And I'm going to pin that. I'm going to want to sew down this side, down the center, and down on the left side. So I think let's just do that there. And that there. I want to place this 1 inch away from other edge. Okay, so there's the edge. So I want to match it up. About right there. Yep, that's right about there. So as shown, I'm just going to go down this side and this side. And I'm going to pin that so it doesn't move. And I do think this is one of those would be great Secret Sister gift. This would be a great teacher gift. Little stocking stuffer. So I do think this is one I need a lot of practice on it. It's a cute little gift. It's a cute little organizer. And I feel like I'm fumbling because it's something so new and so different for me. So I'm going to sew here, 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 and here. All right, we're almost done. Be back in a second. All right, guys, we're almost done. So the little handle, it said to do 3 inches away from the plastic. So 1, 2, 3. I'm trying to make sure that's kind of even, which it's not. So let's straighten this up just a little. We're going to match edge to edge, so you've got a little handle right there. And of course, if you're only 2.5 inches away, or if you're 3.5 inches away, yeah, you know. All right, fold project in half with the right sides together, matching all edges. I'm going to open up my zipper a bit. Okay, so we're matching it all up. Actually, we'll get that figured out. And I've got all kinds of string. I did stay stitch my fleece pieces. I have a feeling those will get used a lot, so I did stay stitch those. So we are going to match these up, right side to right side. And I'm going to pin. And open the zip and stitch around raw edges, turn right side out through the zipper, press flat. Okay. And then there'll be one more stitch after that. So why don't I pin this? You don't need to sit there and watch me pinning. So I'll pin this and then we'll sew it together. Word of caution, because your zipper's open, right? So these parts are going to come apart, so you want to make sure you try to get them close together. And I used my interfacing as a guide, I used my plastic as a guide, and I just went around the whole thing. Of course, by going around that, stitched down the handle. I'm going to cut off some strings. Of course, we can do a little bit of trimming at the corners because we want to have nice corners. And this is the way she showed it in her video. Just a little bit out of here. Not a lot. Don't get into your stitching. Probably not as neat and nice as hers. Again, I'm learning something new. All this is very unfamiliar. But it should, once I turn it around, it should be awesome. So, let's just open this up. Use my finger and see if I can open that zipper up a little bit more. I use my forceps to open it up a little bit more. And then we will turn it, being very careful not to poke any holes. Okay, I need to leave the zipper open a little bit more than what I did. So we're just going to turn everything inside out, or sorry, right side out in this case. Love this learning new things. I've gotten so many good ideas from her boxes. Again, she does offer tutorials as well. She has the PDF patterns so you know what to measure. So you can recreate her designs. Miss Taylor is just superb. And I am looking for my Alex Anderson tool. There it is. So I love my little Alex Anderson tool. It's no longer a 4-in-1 because I lost the edge of this, but I've got a seam ripper, point for you know, and this side is a stiletto. This should be down in our Amazon shop down below. You can also use one of the large bamboo knitting needles. Biggest thing, of course, you don't want to poke a hole through. But you do want nice sharp corners as much as you can. Love this. Is it silly of me to be so proud of myself? I actually think that ought to go on that side. But I did it! We've been watching Jeremy Clarkson's farm. I'll tell you, the number one thing I have learned from him, and if you watch it, it's free on Prime, Amazon Prime. Farming is not for the faint at heart. It is not easy. It is not, it's not cheap. You know, the equipment and different things that you need to buy. But what I love is when he does something. He says, I made a thing. First season, he was doing sheep. And he said, I've made a sheep. He helped with the birthing. I really do like that show. I'm going to press all this down, and I'm going to be very careful along this edge, because this is where my plastic is at. This might be a good time for your Clover mini iron, you know, just to try to get the edges. But we're going to press all this down. I'm so proud of myself. I did a zipper and I did the vinyl, and I am honestly so proud of myself. And we've got little pockets that you can put things in. Felt to put needles. And we pretty much finished all of the instructions. I didn't get this corner very good. I want to go back and try to get it. Using the wooden pointed end, not the metal end. And I may have left too much in that corner. I said all this is a learning experience. I've told y'all many times I think I learn more than y'all do. And we're going to make mistakes, and we got to figure out how to fix them. Clip that. Okay. I'm going to zip that up just a little bit. And I'm just going to go around my whole bag with a scant 1/4 inch seam all the way around. And she also says to stitch along the zipper a 1/2 inch on the opposite side of the clear plastic. So I'm going to say I need to stitch this down. That is supposed to be up like this. But you guys, I have a really tough time getting this to go that way. Just the plastic just does not want to fold. But we will get a heavy book and put on that to get it to stay. And we do want to stitch along here so that what's in this pocket stays in this pocket and doesn't go down this way. So, I don't think it matters which way you go, but we will stitch all this down. I'll stitch along here, and I will have my bag all ready to go. This is awesome. I like this. That way. So this is perfect. I like it. Then what I'm going to do, and now that all I have to do left is do some stay stitching around the edges and stitch down that plastic zippered bag, I'm going to put my pattern into a notebook. So that I have these handy at any time. I don't know about you guys. I lose things. And I don't like it. I'm getting tired of losing things. So there we go. I have my little patterns. Not necessarily in order. And if there was a card that had information about zippers or vinyl or something, I saved those. Maybe elastic. And then I will keep this on the table back here. And I am good to go. See, now I can work on the February project, which I've been really excited about and been anxiously awaiting. But I had to do this one first. And I'll admit it kind of had me. It's got the zipper and it's got the vinyl and it's just, it's too hard. But look at that. I've got it. And I'm very proud of myself. I hope you've been inspired. I really hope you'll check out the Sew What box. Taylor does an excellent job. I'd be interested to know what you think of it. Be Be sure to send us pictures of what you're working on. You can find us on Facebook at Sewing and Crocheting for Beginners. Would love to hear from you. And don't forget, we do an online book club, second Tuesday of the month at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. It is alive. Miss Scarlett's School of Patternless Sewing. I'm looking forward to that one. As always, there's our Amazon affiliate store. Any products that I've used will be down there. Also, the books that we've done in our book club. And I hope you've been inspired. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you realize, yeah, it can be hard, but you can do it and you can make mistakes. It is okay. I think the most important thing is you got to try. You got to do. So give it a go. And I think I am putting zippers and vinyl on my next shopping list. Well, maybe not for the next shopping list, but it'll be on there. But here we go. This is awesome. And once again, I have this fabric. She and we have very similar taste. It's a real pretty fabric. So I'm going to sew all the stay stitching down along the edges. I'm going to sew that zipper down and I'm going to be done. And then we'll just pick it up from there. I hope you're having a great day. Go outside and enjoy the pretty weather. And most importantly, don't forget to come back. We'll see you right here on Crazy Dave's Crew. Thanks for watching.